I want to choose one.
Okay.
The steampunk extra one?
The Girandoni wind rifle. I love this thing. It was designed in 1780 and for use with the Austrian army. It fired a 46 caliber, 4.64 caliber lead pellet. Had a range of about 150 yards in a day and age when a typical musket couldn't hit a target beyond 50. It fired this ball at just at or under, depending on what altitude you're at, the speed of sound. Tank pressure was fairly impressive even by today's standards, considering that this was heat welded and riveted. Fairly long, of course most guns were at the time, and it featured a push button operation, which means you cocked the hammer, you pulled the trigger, you pushed a button, you cocked the hammer, and you fired again. No messy reloading, no powder, no priming the pan, none of that. It could get 30 to 50 shots per air tank. The air tank is actually the stock down here. The magazines themselves held anywhere from 20 to 22 rounds depending on the year. They changed a little as they were made. It was the standard service rifle of the Austrian Army from 1780 to 1815 when they invented the paper cartridge. That's what did this in. And in fact, Napoleon was scared of this weapon, even though he never encountered it. He was so scared of this that he declared that any enemy soldier found carrying one was to be killed on sight. Today, Beeman Air Guns actually owns the rights to this. And they've been doing all kinds of experimentation. They think they could more than double the tank pressure, possibly sell this as a hunting weapon to get around places where you're not allowed to use traditional firearms. It was actually the first true repeating firearm and predates the Henry repeater by 70 years. As you can see, it's actually a fairly simple design. You got your trigger, your hammer, a little spring, your air tank, not really a lot to get in the way. This is how the weapon breaks down, the entire weapon taken apart right here. Anyone care to guess who these two historical figures from American history are?
Lewis and Clark?
Correct. People don't realize this, but Lewis, just before going on the expedition, visited the first and only air gun shop in America and purchased a Girandoni Air Rifle. In fact, if you read his reports and diary, you get the feeling that this gun right here did a little more to ease troubles with the Indians than Sacagawea did, because when things started getting hot, he just pulled it out, put 20 rounds into a tree, one after the other, which they had never seen. They were familiar with the fire once, take 20 seconds to reload and fire again, but this scared them, especially since they did not let them see them pumping it or reloading the tube.